Well, I am back. Change of scenery. I'm actually at my parents' house right now. I'm moved back in temporarily, so that's the different scenery. You'll be seeing this for the next few videos. There's a bird right next to me. Probably should have thought about that before I set up. But hi, Jewel. But a few updates about what's been going on. The reason that I've only released one video in like the last month and a half is because I've actually been working a ton. I went 2 weeks on a trip down to Virginia and Tennessee. I released an update video that I was going to do that. But while I was down there, I was super busy. I was staying up from anywhere from 3 in the morning to 6 in the morning, and then getting up at 7 in the morning for 2 weeks straight. So, I mean, it was a ton of fun. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. Then I went to California for family vacation. My family, love them to death, but they're not very informative, so I didn't know that we had an itinerary for 11 days straight, and then like the one day that we weren't doing anything, I was like, I'm going to the beach. But, so that's why I haven't been so active on Style Dude things lately. On top of that, I just got back from another trip. Every year there's this charity that's run that's loosely based on the game Survivor. It's the Durham Warriors Survival Challenge, and every year I film it. Well, every year being last year and this year, and probably next year, because I love doing it. Wicked fun, really enjoyed it, and I'm just now recovering from that. I'm shooting this on a Tuesday, which means I got back technically yesterday morning because we left. Oh man, it's really my brain's scrambled at the moment. But basically, latest updates with everything is that running the Style Dude channel and all the social media stuff, and I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, that was my dad who just called. Sorry about that. Running the Style Dude YouTube channel, the Instagram, I barely even touched the Twitter. It's all a ton of work. Not that it's like super hard. I mean, I guess for some people it might be, but I don't really consider it hard work. But it is just time consuming, and it's something I need to be thinking about. And I thought, you know, when I started, I was like, oh, it's really easy to shoot these videos. I can knock one out every week. Turns out that's not the case. Kind of take a little bit of a step back, which means I'm just going to be releasing bi-weekly instead of weekly. So Thursday is still the day. The sink just made a really weird noise. But yeah, just as another note, not really an update, but July 4th is coming up next Monday. So just be sure to thank anybody that you know who's in the military. So go ahead and thank them from the bottom of your heart, because they do mean a lot. You know, I'm a strong supporter of our military, because without them, good luck. But anyways, let's move into the video now that we're all done with updates. So as you probably guessed from the thumbnail or the name of the video, that this video is about clearance, and you probably wanted to turn right away as soon as you saw it come up. But fear not, because I have the answer that you may be looking for if you were actually searching for this video. Or it popped up in your subscription box and you were wondering, how? This is the deal. The key secret to clearance shopping is this. Don't go to stores like Hollister, Abercrombie & Fitch, Rue 21, American Eagle. All those kinds of stores, the ones that are really good at selling clothing, do not go there for clearance items. Here's why. A lot of their stuff just isn't any good. It sucks. You know, not that the store sucks, but just the stuff in there sucks on clearance. You know, there was one store, can't remember which one it was off the top of my head, but it was buy one, get 3 free. Because they sucked. So if I don't know, if you're homeless and you need clothes, go there, because, you know, they're cheap, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to put that in your closet. How do you get around this? Well, don't go to places like that. They have enough sales. They run enough, you know, buy one, get one half off, 20% off, 30% off. Just sales. But they do enough of that. you can already get their clothes pretty cheap. So it's not really a big issue. And the bird's still talking. So where do you go to get clothes? Clothes on clearance, clothes that are cheap. Where do you go? How do you find these things? Well, let me tell you. The best places to go for clothes that are on clearance are places like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, those kinds of places. Not Walmart and Target. Don't do that. In fact, things that aren't on clearance in Walmart or Target, you usually don't want anyways. But just go to these different department stores, the bigger ones, the ones with the big names. You know, they sell a little bit of everything, and usually when they're on clearance, they have all these stores that sell all this stuff, and you know, it basically comes down to if they're not selling it, or it's not selling too well, or if they have new stuff that's coming in, or if the season's over and they're looking for stuff to buy, to get rid of so you can buy it, they're gonna sell it for dirt cheap. Now, especially with the seasonal thing. Holy crap! If you go to Kohl's right now, it's summer. As a matter of fact, recent update, it's about to rain here in New Hampshire. And what people don't really realize is that in New Hampshire, when it's about to rain, or even if it's really sunny, most of the time in the summer, it's extremely humid. People don't really think about that because they think we all live in iceberg cubes. What are those even called? Little ice huts. Did I say it right? Iceberg? Iceberg. No, not an iceberg. What is it? Igloo. An igloo. People think we live in igloos out here. We don't. We live in regular houses, and our summers get extremely hot and humid. I don't know what my hair is doing, but I already feel it like crawling around on my head because it's that humid. But yeah, it's, you know, love it up here. It's beautiful. Love it. But we only have like two kinds of weather. It's either really cold or it's really humid. We get like 4 perfect days a year here. But anyways, seasonally, places like Kohl's sell, you know, they have all these jackets and stuff. Nobody buys a jacket in the summer up here, and by the time they get their new shipments in the fall, they'll just have all these clothes that they don't need. So what do? They put them on clearance for super cheap. You want me to prove it? I'll do that right now. Whammo! This sweatshirt retailed for I think 80 bucks. I got it for 8. Say what? This super stylish white jacket retailed for 90 bucks. Pretty sure. I got it once again for 8. That's crazy. This tan colored sweater retailed for I believe 70 bucks, and I got it again for 8. Then I got a couple other things, like there's this black long sleeve shirt, a little bit of a collar. That was originally like 40 bucks. I got it for 4. And then I got a white turtleneck too. That can go well with the tan sweater thing in the fall. Same kind of thing. That was like 30 bucks. I got it for $4. So, wow, you're probably thinking, I'm gonna run to one of these stores right now. But here's the issue. It's actually not that big of a secret. I mean, it kind of is, kind of isn't. People don't really think about it. Some people really do. Basically, the only things that ever show up are whatever they have left over. Now that it's summer, all they have are different selections, like just whatever they had left over. So you gotta be really careful about that. Because honestly, a lot of what's left over is like XL, XXL, and if you're that size, it's perfect. I actually had to go picking for quite a while to find those items in the medium and small range. And yes, I can fit into a small. But that's just something you need to be aware of when you're shopping for these things. But they're all dirt cheap. You know, you're not gonna wear them anytime soon. I think I've worn I wore the sweatshirt a couple times, the black one. And I wore the white jacket once. It was just happened to be really cold one day because we live in a bipolar state. But, you know, it was, you know, they're mostly just going to be saved for when the fall comes. It gets cold. That was weird. But yeah, just keep that in mind. If you go to any of those stores, check them out. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to really say. I said a lot. There's a lot said. There's going to be a lot done in editing. I can tell you that right now. Just so you guys know for the future. Bear in mind that I'm only doing Style Dude videos once every 2 weeks. So bi-weekly. I'm like totally spacing. I'm dead tired. Just bear in mind that this coming Independence Day, for those of you who live in America, you know, it's not Barbecue Day. You know, it's the day that, you know, America really solidified as America. We wouldn't have that if it weren't for the military, the ones who are active right now, the ones who are overseas. You know, no matter who they are, just bear in mind that they, you know, are giving up something of themselves for you. That's pretty cool. So go and thank the military. I, you know, have personal connections with the military. My father was in the military for 31 years. It's just something to be grateful for. So go and thank them. And have a happy 4th of July.